Hey everybody, so we are on this problem called Roman to integer. In this problem, we are given a Roman number and we need to convert that to an integer number, that is a decimal number. So here we are given the symbols and their corresponding values in decimal system. So we know how Roman numbers work, right? Let's take an example like 2 would be written as this I and I. Over here 12 would be written as 10 and 1 and 1, that would be 12. Number 27 is written as XXV and 1 1, that would be 10 10 5 and 2. So in Roman numbers, we know that we write from the largest to the smallest, which means, these numbers are written first and then these numbers. So, however, that is not true for something like 4. We don't write 4 like this. We do subtraction. We write 5 and then we subtract like this. And the similar can apply with 9. We can write x and we can do I like this, and that would be a 9. So here we are given a list of all the possibilities in Roman numbers. So here we have I can be placed before v and x, what we just did over here, and that would make 4 and 9 respectively. And similarly, we can put x before L and C and reduce 10 from the overall number and make it 40 and 90. We can do that with C, with D and M to make 400 and 900. And we need to convert the Roman numerals to integer. If you take this example, that would be 3. So to solve this problem, we need to take care of few things. First of all, we need these symbols and values in a map so that we can very easily reference these values. Also, every time we encounter an I, we need to find out if it is followed by a V. If I have something like IV, I'm not going to call it 1 plus 5. If I have an I need to check what is after that. If it is something else apart from V and X, I do not care. Similarly, when we have X, we need to check if it is followed by an L or a C. If we have C, we need to check if it is followed by D or M. And in any other case, like I, X, C excluded, I, X, and C excluded, when we have V, L, D, or M, we are going to take their complete value. So let's just jump into the code implementation of this problem. So I'm here in the code editor. I have pre-written the code to save time. We have a Roman map over here, which is this map. It maps from all the Roman values to their decimal values. Next up, we have a result variable assigned. We would store our final integer result in this. We are we need to traverse this string s, which is in Roman. We are initializing an index I equals to 0. Next up, we want to traverse until the length of the string. We want to look at the entire string, and for that I have while I less than length of s. The first thing, I don't need to worry at all if the characters are V, L, D, or M. They are not I, X, C. So when we have something like this, I just want their corresponding integer value. For V, that would be 5. I just want 5. If I have L, I just want 50. If I have D, I just want 500. If I have M, I just want 1000. I don't need to worry about anything at all. However, when I see I, X, or C, there is a possibility that something follows these characters which would make it one of these, one of these conditions. And for that, since we have three conditions, I have also written three conditions over here, one for I and X and C. So if the string is I want to check what is the next element. So if the next element, which is si plus 1, if that is either v or x, in Python you can write it like si plus 1 in vx, either v or x. However, at the same time, I need to make sure I plus 1 exists. What if I'm on the last element of the string? Then there is nothing after that, and I don't need to worry about. So I would check if I plus 1 is less than the length of string. I need this value, this index, to be valid. Once I have a valid index and I have checked that, okay, this condition is true, I have something v or x, in that case, what do? We subtract the value of I from the value of v or x, and that is what we are doing over here. So result equals to result plus Roman of this si plus 1, which would be either v or x, which would be 5 or 10, minus with the value of I, which would be 1, so we would subtract over here, and that would give me a result. So once I have a result, I want to go forward in I. Now, since we have already taken this value, we don't need to take it again. So in that case, we are doing a double I plus 1. 1 would always happen, like this is outside all life conditions. This would always happen. This would always go forward in the string. Because we want to go 2 times, we do it over here too. In this question itself, in the else condition, we can write that what if I'm on the last element, or Vx is not followed by I. In that case, I need to consider the value of I, which means just 1. So in that case, result equals to Roman of Si, and that would give me a value of 1, and that is added to result. This if else condition would end, and we increment I by 1. Over here, very similarly, just the exact same code, replacing with these values. And that should be our solution. In the end, we would just return the result which we have stored over here. Let's try to run this code. It's passing. Let's submit this. We have a solution.